Hello, Joel. This is Bugsy Prime of the Bugsy Council. Um, okay, this is gonna be a little. Okay, listen. I'm not saying I know Trish Sage. I'm just saying we've been through so much. All of us. We're kind of weary, man. It's like we think you know. Think about it this way. We've been fighting for so long, right? We we're just like kind of getting weary of the whole thing. Why do you think we took a break? It's because we don't want to see nothing bad happen to the people we care about. Again, we saw what that other universe did, and it ain't nice. And I know Sage didn't do that, and she stopped it, but like, I'm just worried that she's gonna become another Seto, and like, and we get it. You guys serve her, but we can't. I can't do that, and that doesn't mean I don't. That doesn't mean I don't respect what you guys do. I don't, and that doesn't mean that I'm a king, and it's just it ain't right for me to swear an allegiance to another kingdom. You know, that doesn't. That won't make me look good. That doesn't make me look good at all. You know, my freaking people, the bureaucrats that want to take me down, they already see me as weak, even though I'd be beating their asses every other day. They always call me Artemis's brat. Artemis being my father, and you gotta understand. There's a reason why I won't bow. You know, it's a little bit of pride. It's a little bit of me not coming off as weak. I mean, just promise me, Joel, if you would. If something happens with Sage, I need for you to keep my friends safe. I need you to keep my family safe too. Because if shit goes down, I'm gonna need all the help I can get if it happens. I'm worried, you know. I don't let it show during the because we're all the budget council's taking a break, and I just want you to I want you to know. I want you to know because Megalo, or as we call him, because I'm calling by his real name, Heinrich. He's a little worried about, we've been fighting for so long and fighting Zeta for so long. He's worried about his kid. She's a teenager with a bright future ahead of her. And we can bring her back if something happens, but Megala doesn't want that to be a thing, Death for the three of us is easy because we can come back. But for someone that isn't really used to that, it can be a little hard for them, to kind of bounce back from that. You ever seen like an episode of Buffy? Like the one episode where they bring her back and she's all like weird and stuff for a bit? It'd be like that. It would be like that. And I just want to minimize that. I want to ease my cousin's worries. And Overlord, or his actual name is Over. Bless his heart. He basically still he basically still wanted to keep going, but I was like, no, because after the whole grotesque thing, he almost died, and he's been pushing himself. He's been pushing himself all this time. And I don't want him to I don't want him to have any unnecessary risks. He's got a kid on the way. I know I can't shield those two forever. And this break is not really going to last as long as I want it to, but You gotta understand. I'm not trying to fight with Sage because I'm not trying to fight with Sage. I'm just being preventive. I'm just trying to be preventative. That's what my dad always taught me. To be ready for a situation when it comes. And now now my other friend's a seer, so he can see outcomes before they happen. So I'm just like, okay, which outcome is it? And I'm just worried. I'm worried for the council. I'm worried about my cousins' families. I'm just worried. I can keep fighting the good fight. I can keep going. But they can't keep going right now. They need to slow down. That's why I really did this break for them. Because they have a lot to live for. I do too, but they got more to live for. My kids are grown. Heinrich's kids aren't. Heinrich's kid isn't. And Over's kid is still in the womb. I want Over's kid to grow with his dad. A little something about me, Joe, is I didn't want the crown at first. I wanted to leave. I didn't want to accept responsibility. I had a lot of adventures. But when Pop needed me, when he legitimately needed me, I wasn't there. My evil uncle Dardarkus killed him right in front of me. I literally dismantled him. Well, I took him out. I didn't kill him, but I knocked him out. And I kept beating on him. I said, why? Why? He wanted his crown. He wanted to be king. And I just, something in me that day snapped. Maybe that's why I'm so preventative. Maybe that's why I'm so ready for a fight. Because I don't want the same thing to happen to my dad that happened to my friends. Because I wasn't there. It's a lot, you know. It's a lot to deal with. And I don't expect for a lot of you in the Confederation to really get me or understand. If you do, but you have to understand one thing. The council is made up of my family. And I don't want anything bad to happen to either of them. Any of them. Especially the role players. Especially my other friends. They don't deserve. They want to live their lives. And unlike Edmund, I'm not trying to speak for them. I'm just worried. Understand. If I do something, it's always with a reason. It's always with a purpose. I don't do things willy-nilly. I don't do things without thinking about them. That's Devilman and Edmund. I'm methodical, meticulous, and if I see a threat, I take care of it. And I worry. Oh, how I worry. And being a Chaos Lord, being the king, being a leader of this council, it's a lot to handle sometimes. Other times it's easy. Sometimes it can be hard. That's why I've always ragged on Demo Man so much. Because he doesn't know he never knew what true leadership was. Because, like, if you ain't stressed out of your fucking mind, you ain't a leader. If you ain't worrying about your citizens, your friends, your family, because, you know, you got beef with a villain, you don't know. That's why I've always hated Demo Man, because literally, he never understood what it meant. He never understood what it meant to be a leader. He was so concerned about getting the channel back and restating the red team. He didn't really understand why he never worked to begin with. That's why I hated him. I hated him for another reason, too. That motherfucker made me believe in him. Not once, but twice. I trusted. I shouldn't have trusted him the second time, but I did. Because I always want to see the good in everybody. I wanted to believe so badly that Demo Man changed. That he could fight alongside us. And I wouldn't hate him as much as I do. But he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong. Every time. Every time he made a video. Every time he said something about the council, which I always take personally. It basically made me want to take him down. And maybe I'm a little bit angry that I was the one to take him down. Maybe. It's the Chaos Lord in me. We're warriors by trade, you know. And because of that, I felt a little slighted that I wasn't the one to take him down. I wasn't the one to make him see the true error of his ways. I wasn't the one who would have made him pay for everything. Being the leader, you get deeply troubled. You know, you deal with that sort of thing. And you're right. What Sage did is a necessary evil. But I'm afraid that that's going to go to her head. Talking all this talk about her birthright to the channel and all this other stuff. It just brought a bunch of alarms. It rang a bunch of alarms in my head, dude. That's not something I really do lightly, you know? I don't attack without reason or purpose. You know? Everything I've ever done is to protect them. Everything I've ever done for Double was to protect his family. Mine. Do you know how scared I was when Seto took over the multiverse for a bit? You know how angry I was when Seto pulled the old switcheroo on me a bunch of times? It made me feel ineffectual. Dude, I'm the savior of the fucking multiverse. And I got bamboozled. I got flim-flam. Not once, not twice, but thrice. And 3 is too much. The best things may come in 3s. But not when lives are on the line and people hang in the balance. I'm sorry to trouble you with this, Joe. I'm sorry. But I wanted you to know where I was coming from. What it truly means to me. What the council truly honest to God means to me. Because you're right. We don't do these things if we ain't protecting the people we care about. With us members of the Curl family, that's our credo. Protect the people. Protect the people. Serve the people when they need it. Always be there. Shadow people if you need to, but always be there. Always be present. Even now, on this break, I can't really stay away. Because being the person that has protected people for so long, you can't do much. You can't do much of anything else. I mean, I was hanging out with the guys watching Saturday morning cartoons like I was a kid again. Fucking had crunch berries and everything. And it was great. The boys and I don't really hang out unless there's something going on. I mean, we have game night. We record that shit, but like, we haven't legit hung out in like it's been a few months. Everything always pops off a sudden when we just gotta keep going, and it gets to you. It got to them. I saw that, and I did the right thing. I took a break. I told them to take a break. I told the rest of the council, we all need a break. And please, Joe, this is for your eyes only, because I don't want Faulkner and the chick with the pink hair to be all like, "Oh, he's whining, he's crying." No, because I want you to know, because you get what's going on. You get where we're all coming from, and that's what I want you to understand. Now, I'm gonna go and hang out with my two favorite people in the world. And I'm talking about Heinrich and Over. Yeah. They're always, my brothers are my two favorite people too. Like, Ansagamara and Har are my two favorite people, but they're usually busy. They don't have to deal with this. But Heinrich and Over do need me. Sometimes. I need them. Or nothing. Pretty much nothing without them sometimes. Because when I'm mad and pissed and I'm not thinking clearly, Nicolo's there. I have a symbiote in me, I can control him, but sometimes I let my own rage just dictate how I feel. That's hard. And I need them, the three of us need each other to balance them out. And when Over died almost a grotesque, made me think, yes, we can survive anything, but we can also die. And yes, we got our God tier clocks, and yes, we fix them so it won't ring just or heroic, but it can still happen. I digress. This old man has been talking for way too long. That's kind of me. That's kind of what you get when you're a Chaos Lord and you get this old. You have a tendency to yammer on and on and on. Forgive me. I hope this reaches you. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna hang out with the two most favorite people in the world, and my other cousin Bugsy P decided to come on by and talk to us about some shit. So, I'll be seeing you. But, Joel, if ever you should need me or the council, call. I know we're on break. I know that you're probably, if you do see this video, you're probably gonna say, "Oh, Bugsy, you're cool. You don't need to come back to do anything." And I'm like, and I'll be like, "No, but if you need me, just call. Like, if you need a hand, if Sage does something, if anybody does something, tell me. I'll handle it." I'm Bugsy Prime, but I'm also Argos Kuro. Yeah, that's my real name. It's not really Bugsy. It's kind of like a nickname that most of us have. But I go by it. Because, Argos Kuro, Argos John Augustus Kuro is kind of too formal, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't getting any girls with that name, I swear to you. But, yeah. This is Bugsy Prime, King of the Chaos Lords, and leader of the Bugsy Council. I shall talk to you all. I shall talk to you real soon. And, make sure Double sees my other message. I want him to know. Also. Just so if something does happen to Sage, at least he can prevent it. That's all I'm saying. I'll see you later. Peace. And I'm ending the transmission.